So in this video, I'm going to tell you why I don't recommend using a page builder type of website. There's a lot of things you might see, a lot of advertisements for Weebly or Wix or other websites that say simple, free website, easy to set up, easy to customize. A page builder is basically what you see is what you get, or a drag and drop interface. So you can just take some choices and move it around on the page and put it where you want to make your own website. It seems more familiar and more easy to understand. It seems like you have more control over what you're doing, but there's some reasons why it's not a good idea to use. The first one, if you're getting a free site anywhere, it's going to have a lot of advertisements and they're not going to give you a lot of options. So you'll probably get some themes to start with that don't look really so great, and then you're going to have total freedom to mess it up. And what you want to avoid, if you're an author and you don't have any design experience and you've never designed websites before, starting with a blank canvas is a really bad idea, because what you're going to do is make exactly what you think looks good and what you want, and to kind of build your brand. But anything you're doing for the first time with no experience is not going to turn out well the first time. So when you're building an author website, you don't want something that looks homemade, like this was the first attempt, you've never made a website before, you played around with it. The other danger is the more time you spend on it, the more you're going to like it. So if you spend a lot of time making all these customizations and changes, you're really going to like it, and you're going to have a hard time hearing other people say it's ugly, it doesn't look very good, it's hard to understand, I can't figure out where everything is. You don't want that kind of control over your author website. That's too much freedom and it's dangerous. So having a free website and also having a drag and drop interface like that. The other problem is, if you ever want to update it, if you want to go from one of those drag and drop interface websites and you want to change it all to something else, maybe you want to move to WordPress later, that's going to be almost impossible, because you're going to have to export all of those pages, all those blog content, all the articles you've written. You'll have to move it over to a totally different platform, or content management system is what we say. It's like a platform for putting content. If you start with one of those free websites or the easy to use drag and drop interfaces, it's going to be really hard to change to something else later if you want to. And that's another reason why I recommend WordPress. WordPress is a content management system, but they have a lot of different themes. And you can always update WordPress and you can always change themes. You can totally change the style, but you're never going to affect your content. Your articles and your pages are always going to be the same. You just plug in a new theme and it's going to look totally different. So you can rebrand anytime without having to start over from scratch. And that's why I'll talk more about in the next video why else I like WordPress. But you're going to see a lot of those advertisements for free, easy to use website builders. So you're going to be really tempted because it looks really cool and easy to use, but it's really a disadvantage for those reasons.